Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakha Akbadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakha Akbadash. Now, there's something I went into here. You know, what country fiat currency started at. Alright? And this is the AI overview. It says fiat currency first started in China in the 10th century with private merchants in the Sichuan region, issuing paper money to overcome a shortage of metal coins due to trade booms. Right? So they brought the paper dollar, you know, because you know that metal coin was basically, you know, it was getting least amount, you know, like that remind me of in the Roman times, you know, they had the gold coins, and then they started to mix it with different materials, you know, so it basically weakened the value of the coin. Alright, so therefore what they do now, they brought forth paper currency, fiat money, alright, which we see in today now is basically getting out of style to see, and they bring in the digital currency now. Alright, so as it says here, a shortage of metal coins due to trade booms. The practice formalized under the Song and Yuan dynasties, with paper money eventually becoming the sole legal tender, establishing the first known system of government-backed fiat currency. Alright, so China is saying here China was the first country to really roll out that fiat currency, and then the whole world started to go with it. Why? Because they needed the whole world to get into that rhythm. Alright, to get into that in order to be able to trade and do all these different things. Alright, because it don't really make sense having one country with one particular currency, and then another country using coin, and then another country using digital and whatnot, but then they have people, you know, flying here and there, so they basically try to get everyone in that same boat. Alright, and this is just the way how ESO, you know, the top banking families does operate. Alright, now I want to get something else here. Let's bear with my Babakusha. Now we have a next one here. Is China using digital currency? Alright, it says China's digital yuan. It says whereas the US strategy under the Genius Act releases on privately issued fully backed dollar stable coin, China's approach centuries on the ECNY a central bank digital currency, well, the CBDCs, all right, developed domestically and extended across borders through mBridge, all right, and let's have a video here. Go into it.
Hi guys, and welcome to China Perspective. My name is Miriam Wickertsheim, and you may know me as the German recruiter in Asia. Money makes the world go round, and the kind of currency we're using creates strengths and weaknesses for countries. Today, I want to be speaking about a new kind of currency, the digital yuan. While most countries are still debating digital currencies, China is already using one, increasingly at scale.
And you see how they use in China here, how they use China to basically distribute that digital currency. You know, ESO is going to use over China again, you know, to more or less do the same thing, you know, to issue the same scheme, you know, to bring forth to end the dollar over there and basically show the world that look, China again doing something remarkable. You know, they're using digital currency, everything is working out fine for them and whatnot, and they are going to do what they're going to implement that for the whole world to start to do it. All right, so we're seeing, you know, ESO basically making moves, all right, to bring that digital currency. You know, this devil, he trying all kind of different ways to set traps for our people, you know. I just want to get a scripture here real quick. This is Psalms 37, start from verse 1. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity." Right? For they shall soon be cut down like the green salakia, like the grass, and wither as the green herb. All right, they are soon going to be out of this. They are not out of this this power that they have here with their technologies, you know, the digital system that they're looking to bring and so forth. All right, it says here, verse 3, it says, "Trust in the Lord Yahweh and do good, so shall thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed." All right, you have to trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in those times, because the things that this devil doing, basically, you know, bringing this, getting rid of the fiat money, bringing the digital currency, the whole digital system, you know, many people are falling for his tricks and whatnot, for his lies. All right, and basically it's not going to get you nowhere. All right,
increasingly at scale. That means that the kind of currency we're using creates strengths and weaknesses for countries. Today, I want to be speaking about a new kind of currency, the digital yuan. While most countries are still debating digital currencies, China is already using one.
And they're not really debating, right? They're making it seem as if they're debating this currency to come to your particular country, whatever country you are at right now. All right, really and truly, ESO plans, you know, is behind closed doors. All right, and he does everything behind closed doors. That's how this devil operates. All right, let's see if I can get a script here. In Psalm 64:5, it says, They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune in lying snares privately. Alright? They say, who shall see them? Alright? This is the things that Esau is doing. He's doing a lot of things behind closed doors. Alright? Verse 6, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both their inward thoughts of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Alright? And they showing what they want to do. And this whole system here that they want to bring, these devils showing exactly what their plan is. Alright? It's for you now to take heed, listen to the men of the Lord, listen to the prophets of the Lord, and turn back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright? Easy one you have to turn back to. Easy one is going to keep you fed. Easy one that is going to look out for you. Alright? The angels of the Lord encamp it around those that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright? And Abaratazah, the Lord keep us in the right mindset to continue enduring and to be able to make it in the kingdom of heaven. Alright, Lord willing. Alright? And that 144,000 elect group. Alright? Or some of us will end up in the 1/3. Alright? But as long as we be part of that hopefully elect number. Alright? So as it says here, I'll go back to the script here real quick. Psalm 64:6, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Alright? They do their works behind the dark, in the dark slack here. They do the works. They push this narrative, They use gradualism to gain to get that hold upon our people today. Alright? But the Lord is coming to take them out. Alright? All this plan that Esau bringing is really the Lord's plan. Alright? To bring destruction upon this devil. Let's continue with the video here.
Increasingly at scale. That means that the digital yuan is live already. To use it is fast, it's strategic, and in the West it is still flying under the radar. And today we're breaking it down. What exactly is the digital yuan? Why did China build it? And what are the very legitimate concerns against it? Where is it being used now? And what does it all mean for the future of the US dollar, for Europe, and for global businesses?
And the whole thing about it, all those countries is going to come together. Alright? It has to happen. It's things that is prophesied and whatnot. Alright? For them to bring for them to have total control. Alright? These devils want total control. And that's why this devil is coming on with great wrath. Alright? Revelation 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Alright? He knows that he has but a short time. That's why he bringing all these systems and whatnot. He's bringing the AI. He's making these humanoid robots. All these things that he's doing right now. Alright? All the things that you see from the movies. Alright? These things are coming to pass. It's actually happening. Alright? Because those movies is like documentaries to you. Just showing you what these devils' plans are. This is how they boast. Alright? They make statements without what's literally saying a word. But they're showing you what they're coming with. Alright? And as I say, it's for you now to take heed and turn back to the Lord. Alright?
Businesses. So let's start simple. What is the digital yuan? The digital yuan is a central bank digital currency issued by the People Bank of China. This bank is the central bank of the People's Republic of China. The digital yuan is a one-on-one digital version of the RMB, fully backed by the Chinese state. It is not decentralized. It also isn't crypto. Crypto trading is actually officially banned in China, and digital tokens are not recognized as legal tenders or assets here. The main reason, what I've heard, is that it cannot be controlled by the government. The digital yuan, however, is programmable. Government issued money, and it's already accepted here in taxis, retail shops, public transport, and trade hubs in the country. You can spend it with your phone via e-wallets, or you scan QR codes at markets and metro stations. Given that most of us do not carry cash anymore, I personally have the same 100 RMB, that's about 10, 12 US dollar in my pocket since, I believe, before the pandemic. The actual user applications are huge. Even if we...
You see? So they're showing you all these things that you could do with it. You know? Make it seem and make it sound like, you know, it's the best thing that they came up with. You know, it's like, you know, it's something that they could use. You don't have to work with cash anymore. You know, they make it sound so sweet, so soothing. They make it seem like, you know, the easiest thing that you could do is less weight that you're carrying. You know, but all these things have a agenda behind it. You know, where they want to bring that MOTB, you know, that mark of the beast. Alright? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Alright? Who heart? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the top banking families, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, you know, the ones that own in the CBDC, alright, and whatnot, you know, the top banking families. They, you know, always have war in their heart. They always have something against Jacob, alright, which is the poor, which is the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians today, alright. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, alright. They will speak smooth words, they will speak things and tell you things that you want to hear, alright, about the system, how good it is, you know, how you know, you won't get robbed when it is you're working your taxi, you know, it's just for someone to scan, you know, they could give you money, they could deposit money into through your system, but you cannot send money to them, you know, so you can't get robbed and these different things. So they're going to make it sound like it's a steal of a deal to take, you know, to give in to. Alright? It says, but war was in his heart. You know, he always thinking about a way to destroy Jake. Alright? It says his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Right? The modern day sword is his weaponry today. Alright? All his digital systems, his army, everything, all these things is Esau's sword. Right? And he is going to put these things in play. Alright? He is going to put it in play. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. It says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Right? This devil is always wicked. He is created wicked. He is created crooked. So he will never be straight. Alright? This devil is going to come with all kind of different devices to deceive. You know? But as the scriptures say, if it was possible, he shall deceive the very elect. But it's not possible. You know, let me just get that real quick. Alright, this is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and 24. It says, for there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But guess what? They are not. It is not possible to deceive the elect of Israel. Starting with the 144,000. Alright, it's not possible to deceive the elect. No one could pluck you out of the Lord's hand. Alright, once the Lord is holding you dear to Him. Alright, no one could deceive you. No one could mind bubble you. No one could take you away from the Lord. Alright, the Lord looks out for His people, the ones that serve Him righteously. Alright, so let's go back to Ecclesiasticus 12 and verse 11. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Alright, and this devil, he doing the most right now. Because why? He knows that he has a short time. He knows that his end is come. Alright, this devil don't have long here again. Alright, and this is what they want to do. They want to bring that mark of the beast, the MOTB, which is that RFID total chip, and also that Neuralink that China also is making, Elon Musk is making, and other countries are going to get in the mix of it. They're trying different avenues to see who can take the bait. Right? It says Revelation 13 and 16, and it says, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. The mark in your right hand or in your left, doesn't matter what part of your body you put it, that is that little right screen. Alright, that is also known as the RFID. Alright, total chip. Okay, and the one in your forehead is also known as the Neuralink, and then it have different names that excuse me, that are other countries trying to develop right now. Alright, verse 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell. Alright, so you won't be able to buy or sell with that system when you go back, and you come back here to this video here.
We see beggars on the street here, which is actually not a very common sight here, and they tend to be only around the Mars tourist location. They all carry laminated signs around their neck which shows a QR code a person can scan and send them digital money. And if you're...
You see that? Even the poor, even the ones who begging at the side of the road, they have a bag with a QR code to scan so they could get digital. Come on, man. You could see this society, this Western society is just full of shit. It's full of shit. Alright, there's a lot of things they just showing you that you could just see you could see them in plain sight. And here you all people out there, you jakes out there, trust and believe in Egypt, trust and believe in Esau. Rather seek to go after fables, to seek after Esau ways and whatnot. You'll rather that than to seek after the Lord, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's why the scripture say, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Hosea 4 and 6. Alright? This place really going, yes? It really going. And this is what these devils want to do. You see, like how that's a good example right there that we just saw. You know, where you won't be able to buy or sell. Alright? And you won't even be able to beg. You know? If it is you have that, you have to get that in implantable device. You know, but it ain't gonna have no beggars in that time really. You know, because they will basically have that, you know, that one currency. And what Esau wants to do, he wants to have a global shutdown from these banks, you know, where no one wouldn't be able to use their money anymore. You know, it will soon be done away with. And then the CBDC, you know, the elite bank, they are going to distribute a monthly currency for each person. But you will have to take that this mark of the beast in order to collect that. Alright? And if you don't, then you will be thrown in jail. You're going to be tested, you're going to be tortured, you know, until you give in, or you will just be put to death. Alright? So as it says here, Revelation 13 and 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Alright? So this is what coming. Alright? And this is what we at GMS do. We go in to these scriptures and we warn you, Israelites out there, the rebellious house of Israel. We warn you out there not to take this implantable device, not to give in to this wicked system that Esau is running today. Alright? Stay away from the enemy. Alright? Never trust thy enemy. Shalom.